So Frank, for Allure, you run an $18 million piece of the business that includes a lot of the specialty groups within the company,
Correct.
as well as the design build. There's a sunroom crew, and I imagine that right after the storm hit, the sunroom business wasn't booming, and you had to redeploy those types of guys. What were you doing with people who were not necessarily normally busy, and how were you utilizing them?
Well, before the storm hit, we had a meeting, and we put certain individuals with certain individuals, and we made teams out of them. And we said, you'll be in charge of this, you'll be in charge of that. So we were able to take some of our divisions, put them together as far as our mechanics were considered, and put them on tarp duty, put them on boarding up windows. We had all that in place before the storm even hit. So once we were able to go out into the field and see the damage that we were facing, we were able to say, all right, fine, we'll get this guy, this team to go do this team to go top the house. We probably spent close to, I would say, 10 hours a day just topping roofs. And they weren't even on jobs that we sold. They were just on people that were coming to us that just needed our help. And you know what? That's when we said, let's put this aside and do the personal side of this. We have to take care of these people. So,
and so the tarps, where did you get the tarps, first of
well,
all?
we also were able to, before the storm hit, we took it into our own responsibility to go out and order tarps, and we had tarps stored in our warehouse. We had, the day after the storm, we ordered close to 800 sheets of plywood for exterior sheathing, for boarding up windows. So we housed all that here at our headquarters.
Got it. And your division handled 80% of the storm work that Allure did.
Correct.
And a big part of dealing with storm work is insurance companies and insurance adjusters, and then this phenomenon of a public adjuster who are freelancers.
Correct.
When you look at that group of people and working with insurance companies to get the money, how did that go this time? Did you have any special ideas or tactics for?
Oh, you know what? That was one thing that I was concerned with when we started this, and in those meetings, those preliminary meetings, Sal was able to take the leader on that and make a team also in-house that would handle the insurance claims, that would deal with the insurance adjusters as we move forward, and it worked seamlessly. It was just unbelievable how it all formed together, and we were able to produce these jobs. These homeowners were able to get checks from the insurance companies, and we pretty much monitor it just like we would do a normal job when we would be collecting payments from a homeowner, and it worked out great. It really did.
So what was the function of that team? I mean, they were, you would get all the information from the homeowner about their insurance company, and they would get on the phone.
And they would fight for the homeowner.
And they would fight for the homeowner.
Yep.
You would have all the measurements.
That's correct.
And you knew how to present an insurance job.
Correct. We had in those first initial meetings, we were able to take the individuals, and the one individual that we had here knew more than anybody, and they were able to train almost in a crash course of what we needed to look for, how to build the estimates, how to do it where the insurance company would look at it and there would not be any questions in reference to what we were doing. So we definitely had a professional atmosphere through this whole thing as far as being able to submit to insurance companies.